Hello, I'm Andrew Fryer, and in this demo I'm going to have a look at managing SQL Server using Porject Atalnat. In my previous video I'd set up Atlanta, which is a cloud-based service from which you can monitor what's happening with your SQL Server estate. I've got something called a gateway set up here, which is nothing more than a Windows Server machine connected to the internet. And then I've got one machine here running SQL Server but not connected to the internet, which feeds its data into the gateway and is running the Atlanta agent. This is the Atlanta main page. You can see I've got a number of tools down the left hand side. Got my account details, for example, are here. And then up here I've got the configuration and the configuration change history. If I look at the configuration for the current snapshot, first of all, you can see the results are arranged in a series of paths. This makes sense when we expand one of them. The first path tells me all about the Windows computer itself, its IP address, which domain it's in, and so on and so forth. Then I can dig into Windows Server. And then I get to see the instance of SQL Server. In this case, it's called Power Pivot. You can guess what I've been doing with this instance. And I can find out all about that. Platform x64, what version, build number, and so on, collation, default collation style, and so on. Everything you'd expect to see in SQL Server goes on for miles. Collapse that path, and then I can go in to see what an individual database is set up. And I've got 56 items telling me all about that. And so that continues on down through each database in each instance. If I change anything, then there's a configuration change history here that shows how things have changed over time in much the same way, which you can see here. I can view the current snapshot again and see how things have changed. Now this has only just been configured, so pretty much every change is just the first instance that's discovered, as you can see in this list here. The final thing I can look at is the alerts, and this is the really important bit. You can see I've got all these warnings here telling me about things that I need to do to my SQL Server estate. Now some of these might be quite trivial. For example, I've never run checkDB on here, and I'm sure Paul Randall, if he's listening, will be really concerned about that. So because it's never had a consistency check, it can't confirm that it is complete. You can see here I'm getting advice that I've never backed any of these servers up. The service principal name here is incorrect. So I've got some Kerberos issues which might be affecting other services that I need to fix. And I'm missing a particular knowledge base article. So you can see there's quite a rich variety of stuff here, but nothing too serious, I'm afraid. Perhaps that's because I'm a DBA. Notice for each of these that I get the detail, the solution, and the context. So that's a quick look at Porject Atalnat. It's in beta at the moment, so some of the setup may be a bit more complicated than it needs to be, and the way that some of this stuff is reported back to you will probably be improved over time. So we need your help to test it out, to tell us what you think. So you need to go on to the links showing up now, and also to register on Connect and give us your feedback. I've been Andrew Fryer. Thank you very much for listening.